Welcome back, everyone. I love you. Guess what? Today I have a very special guest. As I've said in the Instagram story there, click that little link in the Instagram story if you want. What am I saying? If you're watching this on YouTube, you're already here. But yeah, then go follow the Instagram. That's good. Do that. And click subscribe and share all the things, because you love me. And that's why we do things, because we love each other. Anyways, tonight or today, it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon on a Saturday. It's 3 o'clock on a Saturday. Billy Joel. With me today is a guest that I've known for a very long time, her whole entire life, in fact, from the moment she was born. So it's a pretty strong bond there. But everybody give a warm welcome to our new producer, Bianca.
Wait a minute. Oh.
You can stop the music. Hit the button again. There you go.
Wait,
now,
wait, I was trying to do
Do
something.
it. Do the thing. I thought you were going to hit the applause.
No.
She's still learning, and this is part of my training for her. So, Pat and I would do this a lot. We would sit down and we would just have a conversation. We still do it a lot, but, and for those of you that are concerned with Pat's whereabouts, he's still around. He's okay. And they have a beautiful baby girl that they are cooing over and loving and cherishing right now. And everybody's trying to get in their little groove. And, eventually he'll go back to work and, he may pop back in for an episode here or there. But in the meantime, possibly for a long time. I don't know. We don't know. It's nice to have two producers now, even though they are related to me. Keep it in the family, right?
One's better. It's not me.
That's not true.
I'm kidding.
But when you talk, you got to remember, you got to switch your camera.
No. That's painful.
What, to see yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah. I could make you put the thing on here and so we can all see it, but well, you wanted to be a part of you wanted to do a podcast, right?
Yeah. Planned.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
You were interested in doing podcasting, correct?
No, not by
Not by yourself, but like
with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, here we are.
Here we are. It's gonna just be your fucking face.
Well, that's no fair.
Okay.
I when I watch this back, I want to be able to see you.
No, okay.
Okay.
Okay. Is my sound good?
Yeah, you could talk a little loud. I know you can be louder.
What? I'm so quiet.
No, you're not. No. I don't know if it's. I think it's just me and you. Like, I think it's in our DNA. Honestly, because I think I used to do the same shit when I was a kid. I call you a kid because you're a kid to me. You'll always be my little kid.
Where do I look? How do I?
Right there in the camera lens.
I was trying to.
You want to
look
spike
into
the camera? Yeah, spike
like
it.
in the office. Spike it.
That's what they call it when you look at the camera. They call it spiking the camera. You didn't know that?
No.
Like when I do that, it's spiking the camera.
I see. It's weird because if I look at the camera from this angle.
Yeah, you got your head turned.
And then.
Yeah, you can't see yourself doing it.
It's weird.
It is weird. Very weird. Like when I'm doing the podcast with Tristan, I have the thing over here.
Yeah, maybe
so I can see because I'm sitting there.
Maybe
and
what the fuck?
Why is it so small?
That's what she said.
Well, you have the.
How do I fix it?
This is the chat. You got to move the chat.
Wait,
Undock
wait a minute. Oh, it's gone.
Did you just delete it or?
No, it's somewhere. Okay. What the fuck is that?
That's not it. That's the Roadcaster app.
Ew, I broke it.
The chat's there.
It was on this screen. I'm a goofy goober.
It's over there. Is it over on that side?
It was.
I'm
gonna finger it out.
Minimize
it's
it.
fine. We'll find it.
This is part of the guys. This is part of the growing pains.
No.
It's not behind it.
No. Now it's closed. Okay, now it's over here.
Okay.
Why is it fucking that shape?
Change it.
What?
Move, like grab it from the middle, the white part. No, down. Just grab it from there and slide it all the way to the right.
Oh.
See if it changes it.
There we go.
Okay. Now we're
that
docked.
works.
Hey, it's Tristan.
Oh, hello.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. What's good, my man? Yeah, I asked. That's why I asked everybody to jump in the chat because I would love for you to like have to read all that shit because I'm not gonna look at it.
How do you read it? Like a
You read it.
What?
Yo, what's good?
Oh shit. Okay. Do I read it monotone?
Yeah. No, I need you to do a new voice every time. I need you to, like we do Cards Against Humanity. When we play Cards Against Humanity, whenever we're reading the answers off, we always pick like a different, like a British character or like, you know, a redneck or, you know, whatever. That would be hilarious if you did it. See what you come up with.
It's my first time.
He's Jamaican. See, maybe try a Jamaican accent.
I don't want to offend.
You can't offend him.
Oh, well.
I mean, you can, you know.
Well, I would not like to try to do that.
Yeah. Don't worry about like, what is it? Appropriating. Yeah,
That word.
Culturally appropriating. It's okay. I say bombaclot all the time and it cracks him up.
I bet it does.
Because I don't know what the fuck I'm saying. He did tell me what it means, though.
Isn't it? It's kind of like a...
Tampon.
Oh. Oh.
Do it.
Huh. I did not think that's what that was.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and like they say bombaclot, like your
I
bum.
thought that was like, oh shit.
Clot.
Or like, oh, you're...
No, it's literally like like not a tampon, but like a maxi pad.
Oh.
Like they're calling you that, or they're saying that. I guess it's a misfortune.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it is. Bombaclot.
Wow.
But they say it a lot, and
Yeah.
then they say blood clot, pussy clot. Yeah, he said that the other day. I was like, damn, I've never heard that version.
No.
Sorry for any of my other Jamaican friends.
It's not... See? It's not just tampon. LOL.
Yeah, no, he corrected me because I said tampon, and it's more like the pad. Yeah.
Just... Yeah. Wow.
Yeah, learn something new every day, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you to read those comments.
I shall. Give them to me.
Come to me, my jungle friends. Yeah. No, this is interesting. I'm curious to see what topics you'll come up with, and we'll talk about. But like I was saying, if y'all, it's gonna take a while for her to like break out of her little shell. She's nervous. But like I can I don't know what possesses you. Like I think it's like when you get home from work, you're like a little bit unhinged from the job all day.
Yeah.
And then you just come home and you're like, you're wilding. And I've always done this thing to you that people have always done to me. You know, like everybody my whole life, they're like, hey, dude, you're like the funniest guy ever. You should be a comedian. And I'm like, I don't think I'm that funny. But I laugh at your shit.
I know, because I'm fucking funny.
Yeah. Oh.
Sometimes.
Okay.
Sometimes.
No, you're pretty fucking funny. But every time I try to record it,
Oh, yeah.
it's like she's got some kind of sixth sense. And she knows that the record button is going.
This
and
is true.
she just stops. But she's quite funny once you get to know her. After a period of time, it may become slightly annoying, but you know, you still gotta love her, you know. So, what is going on in the world of Bianca that you can talk about?
Well,
Because I know you have some redacted things. I'm sure you don't want to talk. I don't know. We all have those. I don't.
well-
I don't hide shit.
well,
I let all my things hang out.
I'm going to flip it, I guess. Let's see. Wait.
Oh,
What's
you
the
gotta-
most annoying thing that Jim has done as a dad?
Yeah, I can still see me.
Oh, fuck. Here, I'll flip it for you for
Yes.
a second.
Tell them what the most annoying thing is that I've done as a dad. I'm curious to know.
I don't know.
You're not going to hurt my feelings, by the
No,
way.
I know. You're not that annoying.
I can be
Well.
annoying.
Let's see. I know. Wait, now we can
Yeah.
hit 'em.
Crickets.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, I still hear them. Probably this. I would have made myself look a little nicer if I knew I was going to be on the fucking
I think you look.
camera.
Guys, does she not look gorgeous or what?
Don't lie to me. I
Lie to
will
her.
find you and I will. No.
So this is the most annoying thing I've ever done.
No, there's got to be something. There's got to be something.
I know I'm annoying. I annoy a lot of people. You know, but I annoy them in a loving way.
Yeah.
And if you say it's that every time I ask you to clean your room.
I do so good.
Yeah.
It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
We're not talking about that.
No.
Really nothing. He's not, I don't know. You don't annoy me.
No?
I don't think so.
Okay. That's good.
I don't think so.
There's your fucking answer.
Yeah,
I'm perfect.
He's awesome.
And I annoy no one.
Oh. I just wanted to get it off of me.
Oh, Jesus
And
Christ. Well, for
sipping your coffee.
For you, I will probably do most of the talking, but you know, I would love to hear from you.
Well, you did ask me a question about what's going on.
Yeah, what's up with
the
you?
surgical tech program.
That's right.
I'll be starting that in 2 months.
That's right.
Mm-hmm. Super exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What does that entail? Is that like a on-the-job training? Because I'm curious. I don't know much about. Is it like a normal? Like I know your sister and your mom had to go through like a
program.
Yeah, it was like a 6-month program or some shit.
Might have been. I don't know if it
Concord.
was that long. Yeah,
Concord.
but so theirs they had to pay for, and work for free.
Mm-hmm.
But this one is through the company I currently work for.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if I can shout them out.
I mean, that's up to you. I try to keep my job stuff off, but like
I don't think yeah. Anyways, but so they offer a program where they fund your schooling, and you actually get paid to learn, which is pretty cool. But so it's going to be online schooling and then hands-on, you know.
OJT, on the job training.
Yes. Right. But I won't be I'm not quite sure how it's going to look, but I don't think I'm going to be in the OR, you know, at first. It's like going to be like mock kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Fake surgery, but
how long is it?
I don't think I will officially have the title until like sometime 2027. So.
Wait.
It's.
Oh, that's next year.
Yeah.
Duh.
It's pretty long, and you got to do 800 clinical hours, something like that. I don't know. I'm not.
Good.
Yeah, but I'm excited.
Yeah.
Start.
What's the most exciting part about it?
To be back in surgery.
Yeah.
I really love that. I'm a weirdo.
Yeah, all of you girls are.
I love it.
You, your mom, your sister. I love y'all. Well, you know. I love you and your sister to death. But y'all are insane.
It's super cool watching.
I guess I couldn't watch it. You know, it's funny. You know, when we were in the hospital room, your mom and I were chatting, and we were talking about like, when she was going through the program, I guess, or like I know it was when she first got her job, and the first operation she did was an amputation. And I've talked about this before because the name of the saw was hilarious to me, the giggly saw.
Oh.
And she wanted to talk to us about it, and we were eating fucking spaghetti.
Delish.
And she was talking about severing someone's leg with a giggly saw. I'm like, and she told me, I said, what the fuck is a giggly saw? She said it looks like barbed wire, but with like little razors. They're like super sharp little spikes that look like barbs, like barbed wire, and they have handles on the other side. And you wrap it around, and you go, vroom, 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 and she's like, the thing just comes right off.
Super cool.
I'm like, you would think that there would come up with something that's a little bit more of a cleaner cut by now. You know?
They probably. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar.
I would
with
want like a
instruments and
bandsaw.
stuff, but I feel like they've got something. I mean, we've got stuff to get through bone too.
Mm-hmm.
Those are freaky cases. Like ortho. Oh, those freak me out. Seeing the limbs move around without the hip or the knee in it. And it's just like a squishy little, those freak me out a little bit. And the
Disclaimer, this is a fucking gross podcast that we're talking about nasty shit, like not like sexual, but it's definitely medical stuff. And if you're weak stomached or weak constitutional type of person, you might not want to watch this part. So I'm going to step out of the room for now.
Now the really weird ones that like hurt my brain to watch are the titty cases, because it's
like
how it looks
implants
to me,
or reductions or both.
Yeah, just anytime they got to get up in there. It looks like one of those things from Resident Evil, and like they just like peel open like little. You
have to see it.
Those are funky. Those make me.
Makes you wonder how they ever get them things looking normal again.
I don't know. I will say I used to leave the room for those because the position I worked in before, I wasn't really helping with the surgeries. I was just watching.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, most of the time for those, I'd be like, ugh, or I would just leave. But I will have to, I'm sure. I don't know. I think it'll be different when I get to like help and I'm like, in it. And
well, you're amazed by that stuff.
Yeah. I like it.
I'm not a real big fan of any type of blood. Like, I don't really care for it.
Yeah. That's, what I learned? Something with the color of the gowns and such.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, if you were to wear like white gowns, you would really, really see the red and such. But the blue and the green, it like, I don't know.
Distorts the color.
Yeah.
Kind of makes it black.
Almost, yeah. It's just like this dark,
That's interesting.
I mean, it's fucking blood. But it's, that's pretty cool.
Do they do that on purpose?
I do think so. I think it was done that way because there's also something with what it does to the mind. Like if it was something I read on the internet, so I don't know how true. Maybe I could Google that real quick.
You could.
So
you could.
Something about staring at like blood all day, it can like
mess with your psyche.
Yeah. So let's see.
Oh, that's interesting. I could imagine it would. I know for me, if I had to look at it even for a second, it fucks with my psyche. Just thinking about it gives me I get shaky.
Shakety?
Yeah, I'm not gonna pass out, but like it's funny because everybody was worried about Pat passing out during labor and stuff. He did well, by the way.
He did awesome.
Which I figured he would. I jokingly bet that he would pass out, but like for me, it wasn't about passing out more than vomiting. Yeah. It's just gross.
Yeah.
Like I've never been a gore, like horror movie type person.
Yeah. Neither is he, but
yeah. I like horror movies. I like scary movies, but I like jump scares. I'm like the opposite of
like
everyone.
You like The Conjuring. Like
love
stuff,
The Conjuring, Lights Out. All those types of movies where there's like jump scares and there's like intense moments where you don't know what's gonna happen. But then like I watched The Terrifier last night.
Yes.
The first one.
Oh, those are super gory.
The one that had zero budget. They probably spent $10,000 making this thing. So like the effects weren't that special, and the plot was very thin, and it's like what you would think. It was just a meat grinder.
Yeah.
Basically.
That's I think their kind of goal with those. Was that the first one where she gets like split in half?
Yep.
The girl, yeah.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, that shit's been out for a long time. If you haven't seen that already, that's not my fault.
Yeah, for real. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, you slipping. That's on you. I laughed
Yeah.
the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
But apparently it did so well, that test run or that movie that they made, that now they made
like
2, 3, 4 more.
There's a good amount. I haven't seen any of the
I haven't
ones.
seen any other ones either, but my good friend Zoe said that they got better.
Oh.
Which is odd.
I found a thing.
Oh, okay.
It says that blue is psychologically a calming color.
Mm-hmm. It's a cool color.
And blue is complementary to red, so surgeons have less eye strain when seeing the blue gown against the red of patients' blood and organs. Delicious. They are deliberately ugly to prevent patients from wanting to steal them and take them home with them?
That's a weird fact. But
I don't know about that.
I would love to have some hospital gowns, if I'm being honest. Think it's a good look.
I mean, they're pretty cool.
I turn it around and wear it from the front so my thing hangs out.
No. No.
No, nobody wants to see that at all. What are you hunting?
I was trying to put... Oh, it's right there. It's right in front of my face hole.
What are you trying to do?
Oh, nothing. I was trying to move that around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, good. We're still on main. I was like, remember now,
Yeah.
with this being over here,
Oh, well, I didn't flip it.
if you go to web, they're going to see this. You're going to get infinity. It's pretty dope. It's pretty dope.
Should I do it?
Do it.
What are you talking about?
Do it.
What's going to happen?
Hit it.
Is all your porn going to pop up?
Yep.
Oh, fuck.
See? Infinity.
Well, that's cool. Wow.
Yeah. Turn that off.
Yeah.
Probably freaking people out. Like, what the fuck am I looking at right now?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so that's cool. Anything else going on in your life? Like personal stuff you don't want to talk about?
No.
Seeing anybody?
Nope.
Not the, you
It's
want to talk
just me
about?
and the Lord. Okay.
She's very passionate about the passion of Christ.
Yep.
The power of Christ compels you.
Something. I need an exorcism, I think.
You think?
Something. But yeah, really just that. Super excited. I am bummed to leave my current job.
Yeah.
Because,
when does that happen?
June 8th.
Around
I was
the
supposed
corner.
to leave in around November, but then they kind of combined the virtual schooling and the hands-on together.
Mm-hmm.
So everything's going to start in June.
So you're going to get paid to train and learn.
And to learn, yep.
That's
and then when
dope.
my clinicals happen, normally that's when you're doing like the free labor and after a program, like how Gabby and our mother did. Yeah, you don't get paid for that normally.
Like an apprenticeship.
Yeah, but so I'll be getting paid. That's cool.
You're not getting paid at this job either.
That's fine. That's fine. Being paid in anxiety.
How's your anxiety right now? Like on a scale from 1 to 10, 10 being like blast off.
Not blast off. No, we're chilling.
Okay, good.
More.
I'm really proud of you because, when you moved back in here, you were not doing so hot.
No, I
You
was decrepit.
You were at the height of your
Anxiety.
mental instability.
Yeah. People are like, what'd you do from this point in time to this time? I was like, I literally had to sleep in the same bed as my dad.
Yeah.
And I think I was 18.
Yeah.
And I'd just wake up having panic attacks and then have more panic attacks and wake your ass up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was real. I mean, for me, obviously you're my daughter. I don't care. But it was like you hadn't slept. Honestly, I think your entire childhood, I think I never let you guys. I let y'all sleep in the bed one time, and I've told that story on here. Because you and your mom went out of town for something, and she wasn't home, and y'all were. It was just the three of us at home, me, you, and Gabby, and y'all were like, "We want to sleep in your bed," and I'm like, "I don't think so." And then y'all, of course, got your way.
Of course.
And as girls do. So if you're a new girl dad, Pat. It's over. You never have a say in anything ever again.
No.
Just understand that. That little girl is going to run your life. Anyways, so yeah, I let y'all sleep in the bed with me. And you were tiny, not like that, but you were little, you know, and you did this clockwork thing where you just spun around in the fucking bed like a little clock, like a little compass or something, you know. And Gabby, for some reason, had to have her foot in my asshole. So it was like on one side of me, I got a little propeller, and on the other side, I'm getting violated. And eventually, I just was like, and nothing I did would like stop y'all from. And I was like, I'm not waking them up. You were clearly asleep, just being rambunctious in your sleep. And so I just got up and went and laid on the floor. I was like, fuck it, these girls can have the bed.
I don't think I did any of that in those times. It's probably pretty still. What? Like around that time where
the recent times?
Yeah, where it was just you and I.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. You were cool, but
I
like
was paralyzed.
It was like I said. For me. It was very eye opening. It was very disturbing that my teenage child was so traumatized in her life and so messed up by whatever it was that that's something that we can keep private. Yeah. But that you had to like be held at night by your dad while you slept. And some people might think that that's weird or whatever, but like, I mean, she's my kid.
Well, and I mean, I feel like if you have, excuse me, if you've been in a similar situation or, you know, I feel like it's not weird, I guess, because I just needed comfort, you know, and stability in my environment. And I got a lot of that from here. Yeah. And just sleeping on my own for a good while was like just
scary proposition.
Not the move. Yeah. I'd rather wake up terrified next to someone, you know, like my dad, who I trust and I'm comfy with, than just alone and kind of. Yeah. Yeah. I had really bad insomnia at the time too. I'm sure you know. I'd play like Bob's Burgers every night on your TV, and I'd just be up all night, and I'd fall asleep kind of around when you would go to work, and we would call. Yeah. Yeah, that was a time. That was a weird time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it makes you think about like if you think back through your life, as I do mine a lot, you know, I try to think back, and it's like, it feels like I've lived literal different lifetimes and like different lives, you know, or lives, not lives, but you know what I'm saying? Yes. Words. But it really does make you think like, dude, I was a completely different person at this time period. Like during this time period, I was a completely different human being. And now I'm someone else. I'm not that person anymore. Right. Like I'm a whole new person. And it's just like with every generation and every time period. And that could consist of like a year, 6 months, 2 weeks, whatever the time period is for you. But like, if you break it down, and I think I have developed this like skill that most people don't have of compartmentalizing things, and I do it so well that sometimes it's like a detriment, you know, like I think sometimes it could be because, and I start questioning, and I start asking myself, am I like, you know, am I a sociopath because of this? Because I compartmentalize things and I go, I can see logic in everything, and sometimes the illogical things that. So when I see somebody like arguing for something, and I'm like, why are you arguing that? Right. You know, like, you know how fucking stupid that argument it is. You know, like that's how my brain works. You know, I'm like, that's just dumb. You know, and I don't want to ever engage in shit like that. But you know, some people like live for those types of things. They live to engage in battles, and they live to, you know, just I don't know. I was a very, I don't know what the word is. I'm trying to sound smart. You know, but like I was a negative Neely. You know, I don't know. I always very combative is what, you know, so like even if I believe the same thing as you, I might like challenge that. Oh no. You know, and I'm a little bit different about it now. Like I still do it, but there's a better reason. I think it's a better reason. Because I'm like, you know, like we've talked about in the past, like for certain, and this doesn't have to do with any specific topic or whatever, but like I would I would tell you or anyone that's if anyone's like arguing something that they think they know 100% or whatever it is. I'm just like, okay, I hear what you're saying,
Right.
and that's cool. I'm not saying you're wrong. All I'm saying is keep an open mind.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep
Yeah.
I keep my mind open as I possibly can, so that I leave room for an alternate way of thinking. And I'm not married to my ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not married. I'm not my ideas. Like, so if I believe something, I won't try and force it down other people's throats. Like, I'm not going to do that because, even with the way I'm thinking right now, I'm not trying to force people. I'm just saying this is how I think. And in my brain, I'm better than everyone else.
This fucking guy.
No, I'm, not saying that,
No.
but it's just like, I literally, it's almost like, do you know how, like, if you're playing a video game,
Mm-hmm.
and you keep dying
Oh,
in
yeah.
the same spot,
All the time.
but then there's someone behind you sitting on a couch or sitting further back, and they're
Right.
not playing.
But they're watching.
They're watching you, and they can see where you're fucking up.
Mm-hmm.
It's like that 10,000-foot view.
Right.
Like, I see,
Perspective.
right? Like, I see things. I try, and that's another thing I've always tried to do. I try to look at everything from every perspective in the situation. So, like, whatever, if it's like a girl boy thing, I try to put which I know is like, it's impossible for me to understand women and how they think. However, I'm probably better at it than most because I
Yeah.
was raised by 3 women,
Right.
and I lived with 3 girls and women
And now you
for
still do.
yeah,
Yeah.
and now I do again. So it's like there's always been, the power of 3. I'm just saying, it's like Charmed. There's always been 3 women, and I think I'm just like, what are the cats to witches? Familiars.
Oh, yeah.
I'm a fucking familiar. That's what it is. Like, I'm a familiar to my mom and my 2 sisters, to you and your sister, and I was to your mom for about 20 years, and then now you 3 here.
Yeah.
I'm just along for the fucking ride, But I have watched and I've observed a lot.
You know too much, honestly. I think we might have to. We're gonna have to do something.
You gonna
about
bury me in the backyard?
No, you've seen too much.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You've seen it.
Well, and I think it's healthy though. I think more men need to see it. I think that more men should have a little more respect for themselves and for other people, especially those of the opposite sex.
Yeah.
Because like I was having this, we talk about it all the time, but it's just like, and I think I was having the conversation with Tristan as well, but like, or it might have been someone at work. Might have been someone at work.
Spill.
Well, there was this woman. Oh, it was at work. There was this woman inside this place where I was at, and she was well endowed in the back area in the bomba clot. And she was wearing a very, very, very tight and all the way pulled up in the bunghole. Like, I could see her unborn children.
Oh.
And the shits that she hasn't taken.
I see.
Yeah.
Or you saw.
Huh?
I said I see.
Yeah.
But I said you.
I did
you
see.
Saw.
And the person I was talking to, I was just like, I tried to ignore it, because it's like a fucking train wreck. You can't, you're not supposed to look, but you see it.
Right.
But I'm not going to gawk. But that person saw it as well, and we just kind of looked at each other and like, it was just the question that men have, and I get both sides of it.
Right.
It's like they're like, if women don't want to be gawked at, they don't want to be, sexualized or whatever, then why do they come out of the house basically naked?
Yeah.
And I know the argument is I should be able to wear whatever the fuck I want to wear, and not have to worry about being gawked at. But
I get both sides too, like what you were saying. Like, yeah, if I want to wear something tight or maybe a little revealing,
this
say
was
it's fucking
overboard,
hot.
just so you know.
Right. Well, and when you were talking about that, how she's very well, she got some junk, a lot of junk in the trunk, and
Yeah,
she's
obvious
wearing very
BBL.
tight clothing. I wonder if a person with like zero zilch ass was wearing like the same thing. You know, it would like
Would
it
I-
look
would I have
different.
noticed?
It would look differently. So it's like, you know, sometimes it's just the clothing. Maybe, I mean, obviously that woman pulled that
Oh,
up
yeah.
for 10 minutes onto her
Mm-hmm.
posterior, and she's like, she's aware of what she's got. But I don't know. I feel like, I don't know, because some people do wear certain things for
Attention.
that, right? But like, I'll put something on that I'm like, oh, I feel super cute in this, or like maybe it does my body justice or something. But then I'll step foot outside and I'm like, go put a fucking, oh shit, you pointed at the camera. No.
I need people to hear who's talking.
I'm right here. They
Okay,
know.
so you were
But,
saying
yeah,
sometimes you'll put
this-
something that you feel cute
right.
in,
But then I'm like, well, this is gonna maybe
draw more
get me
attention.
some attention. But also, when I go out in public, not every fucking day. Like, people aren't just always trying to get at me, but I could be wearing like the baggiest, ugliest outfit ever, and then I'll still get, you know, someone will come up to me or whistle or honk at me, and just, you're like, well, then at that point, maybe I should just wear the more revealing thing if it's gonna happen either way. You know, I don't know. It's a weird thing. I'm not like walking around in a bikini, you know. I'm
Do you want me to
not
give you a
trying
little
do all that.
insight on men? Like one versus the other. Like when you're like, I know I look cute and maybe more revealing, and I know that there are some bold dudes out there that will come up to you and talk to you, but the majority of guys will glance and they'll look and maybe double take and then they move on with life, because the ones that look like just, oh my God, she's so hot, a lot of times guys get intimidated and they won't say anything. But the girl that's wearing the sweatpants that looks like she's confident, she's going out, she looks very confident and cool, and maybe she's a little more chill, you know.
But also, it's not that they're just like coming up and being like, oh my goodness, you're
No,
so,
I know what you're saying.
like, they're hooting and hollering.
No,
and
I know.
getting-
That's why I said there's some
Yeah.
dudes that are brazen and they
Right.
just have the balls of steel and they think that they're God's gift
right.
and that they can just do
it's
that.
Just, yeah.
But then, but I'm saying that's like I think that that's a minority of men.
No, I've not experienced the other version more so. Just being in public.
I think you
doing-
think that because that's what you experience. But you don't
Yeah.
know, because what I'm saying is that
Right.
if you were in a room full of 100 dudes, there might be 3 or 4 guys that will do that shit.
Yeah.
The
Well,
rest of them, you'll never know that they even looked at you.
yeah. Well, and I feel like things are kind of maybe getting a little bit better. Like, there's more
That'll
maybe
never go away.
men that are like if they were to hear someone getting catcalled, or you're following me to my vehicle and I'm clearly
Yeah.
uncomfortable. Like, I remember one time, well, this was a lady that helped me, but her boyfriend was in the car and he got out as well. Like, fucking gas station in Middleburg. Again, I wasn't even in, oh no. You know, I think I was in a big sweater and some damn near booty shorts, but it was like 10 p.m. I just was filling my gas tank up for work the next day. Anywho, this dude in this I Kiss My Dad kind of truck, like, lifted to
I
fucking...
kiss my dad kind of truck.
That's what
Chat.
Oh, I laughed so hard my back cracked. But anyways, yeah, very lifted, very... what do the people say? They're overcompensating. Big ass truck.
Little dick syndrome.
I don't know. Just disgustingly large truck. I'll never forget.
Yeah.
He, gets out. I had to go inside to pay for my gas. And he just said something to me like, "Oh, ain't it cold in that outfit?" or something. And I didn't even.
You didn't want to be
I didn't
spoken
say
to.
anything. I just went inside, and I almost kind of blacked out because I just was immediately anxious because he was right at the pump next to me, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm gonna have to go back out there and fill my gas up at the same time as he is."
Yeah.
And anyways, so just eventually, like, I paid for my shit, but then kind of hung out in the store, watched him pump his gas, and he got into his truck, and I thought he was going to leave, but he just fucking sat there. He was just sitting there. So I, like, I might have been a little teary-eyed because I'm a very anxious and overthinking person, and I didn't want to have to interact with this guy. And it was, like, all women inside, and I was just, like, Puss in Boots eye looking at them. And so one of the girls was like, oh, come with me, baby. Like, I got you. Let's go. I'll walk you to your car. And as soon as that guy in the truck saw me come out with another person, he, like, revved his big old engine at us. And, like, I don't know, the way he pulled off was just, like, very close to us. Like, we were already starting. Just a dick, and it kind of left me. It's not, like, the biggest deal, but it was just an uncomfy thing. Like, bitch, I'm just trying to get some gas in my car.
Right. Well, that's the thing this is why I don't, like, personally me, I don't do any of that shit. Like, I may see somebody that I think is cute or, and I have been tempted to say, wow, you look very, just beautiful today. Like, but like just to give somebody a compliment because I think it's nice.
Yeah.
If somebody walked up to me and they were like, bro, your balls are banging today. I mean, or nothing. I'm joking. Like, but or like, I love that shirt, dude. That's cool as fuck. Or how fast can you go in those new shoes? Like any kind of, because dudes don't get compliments like that.
Yeah.
But like, I know that the thing that men need to understand is that there are people in the world that not everybody wants to be spoken to. And this is why I think the way I think.
Right.
So like, if I'm at the gas station and this is, I start getting nervous for the girl at the pump across from me because I start thinking I'm a dude. There's no one else at this. And, maybe she accidentally pulled up next to me or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like she didn't think about it or whatever. Maybe I wasn't at the pump. Maybe I was inside and then my car was just there. She pulled up at the one right next to me and there's 13 other pumps that she could have went to, then I come out and she goes, oh fuck, it's a dude, and I'm like, and I can be a little menacing at times, like I know you don't think that cause I'm silly dad, but with the beard, the long hair, like with the mean mug, I have wristing asshole face,
seen that. Yeah.
like something fierce. But I do my very best to ignore them.
Right.
Like
just pay no attention.
Just pay no attention. And I try to cover myself with the pump. Like I stay behind the pump so they can't fucking see me. Like I'm not gonna sit there pumping my gas, just staring at them. Yeah. That's fucking weird.
Right.
But so I'm very cognizant of my surroundings and how people may perceive me.
Right.
Of course, I could be dead wrong, and maybe she pulled up to that pump on purpose to talk to me. You know what I mean? And those thoughts go through my head too. Like, how many opportunities have I missed of just speaking to someone? I'm not like saying I'm not trying to fuck them. I'm just like, just to speak to them and be cool. So I think about that as well. Like sometimes maybe there are people that are like, hey, but and maybe they're shy, just like I am.
I think it would be kind of neat if just like at a gas pump or just anywhere, like if people kind of were able to talk to each other more, just like, oh, hey, like when someone comes into your job, you're like, oh, hi, how are you doing? That's like your,
or like if you're in line at the grocery store.
Right. And like, I mean, sometimes I will, when there's like a long ass line, whoever you're next to, like they just kind of, maybe they'll, you might just bounce words off of each other, but
like you see what they're buying. You're like, Fruit Stripes gum. Love that and for 30 seconds.
But I don't know. It would be neat if people, I don't know, where maybe I flipped it, you fucker. Go ahead, do your thing. I don't know. I don't know what it is I'm trying to think of. Oh, fuck.
He said that's because you were raised right.
For which part?
I don't know. I think he was talking to me.
Oh. I was raised wrong.
No, you were raised right. And, but
Oop.
Like for you, it's okay.
I know.
I say I try to get people like Pat. I would just like keep your fingers there.
Oh, typically.
And then just use your other hand for other stuff. So
yeah, I went a little cockeyed.
You did.
Armed.
Yeah. Yeah, I try to not be cockeyed. But that's anyways.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Where is it?
It's
I
muted.
muted the fuck. God. I quit. Okay. There we fucking go.
Yeah, just never have the green one lit. That's
Why?
because it's
This
solos. No, the green one's at the bottom.
Huh? Oh, yeah.
Oh, excuse me. Yeah,
bless you.
those are the solo buttons, and then it will like
Just
only hear that one channel, and no one will hear us anymore.
We don't want that.
No, we don't.
No.
No, but yeah, it would be cool, man. And I am as much of an introvert as I am, as much of a person who doesn't like to really be in crowds of people. I do like to. I love to talk to people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So like, and I always and I've always felt like if someone's like, you know, if I see a girl got her hair done, she's got her makeup done, she's wearing a really pretty outfit, I feel like she's feeling good about herself, and maybe I ought to go, way to go, you know,
like a nice compliment, not like, oh my god, like you're
fucking hot.
Oh my god, yeah.
Wonder what your butthole tastes like.
Like, I love getting compliments, and I feel like this goes for the majority of women. I don't know. There's something so like when a girl compliments you, it's like, oh yeah, like they like my outfit.
It's gay dudes
it looked
for me.
Really good. Oh yeah. Oh my god, if a gay dude compliments me,
If a gay dude compliments me, I'm like, wait. First of all, I have no style, so you must be trying to fuck. But either way, that's a huge compliment.
Right. Yeah. No, I love it. But yeah, like I went to the vape store the other day, and the girl, she was just looked at me, and she's like, oh my god, your jewelry, your fucking hair, your shoes, your outfit. And I was like, you know, it just makes you feel nice. And if I don't, there's not been many times where I've just randomly gotten like a genuine nice compliment. Like, I don't give a fuck what's in between your legs, like,
Right.
from a man. And if I've experienced more of that, then, and if other ladies did too,
Right.
they maybe
might change their mind a little bit.
Yeah, just a
I
little
definitely
bit.
think that there's an issue with being, like he said, you know, people being raised properly.
Right.
I think that the people that do the catcalling and the people that do all the bullshit, you know,
They probably saw that, you know.
they might have been
parents.
raised that way. They, you know, maybe their father was, or maybe their dad wasn't there, you know,
Right.
which isn't really an excuse
Yeah.
to me, because I was raised without a dad. And but like I sought out male role models. Like my grandfather, you know, I had a really cool fucking cousin that was just like, he was like Superman to me. And, you know, the way they acted was how I kind of, you know, and then as I grew older and I would, you know, like Dave,
Start
know,
implementing.
yeah,
their
I mean, I would
behavior.
watch how he would interact with other people, so I kind of took on some of those mannerisms, and I was like, "That's a cool person." That's who I modeled myself after
Right.
that, and then you would take on their values as well, because you don't realize that you might just be emulating like how they act and shit
Right.
they say, but you start to realize what their values are, and as you do that, you're like, oh, it's deeper than just them being nice.
Right.
There's actual thought to it. It's values
Like
and
a reasoning behind why.
right,
Yeah.
you know, and that's huge, man. And I think there needs to be more of that.
Right.
But
Well, because essentially the people that I feel like do the catcalling and honking the horn and pulling their car up next to somebody, they don't have those values or anything. They just lack that,
100%.
I think. Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree 100%. And you know, I like you start thinking, then you start thinking about like socially, like how does that happen? You know, is it like a social issue? Is it like, you know, because, you know, like people are raised in bad neighborhoods, or, you know, there's like a stereotype around, you know, a certain, you know, whatever, where it's like the dads aren't there, you know, dads went to get milk, you know, and so it just becomes like a thing, you know, but I could dive more into that, because there is, but like I am not trying to like, you know, rage bait people about race or anything like that, but I mean, there's a fucking stereotype about like, you know, black dads not being there. I am going to just go ahead and dive in, and there's a reason for that, and I think it was our government. you know, personally, that's just the way I feel from all the things that I've read and seen. You know, there was like it's kind of fact. You know, I'm not going to say it's fact because YouTube will pull this episode. But it was something that there was discussed. You know, the fact that the government, you know, pumped crack into neighborhoods and like that's just like what they've always done. You know, if there's like a minority or you know whatever, you know, and racism was huge back then.
Right.
And
it's like they set up a large portion of people for failure and to continue repeating the cycle, if like especially with with drugs, like seeing the fathers gone because maybe they got
well, that's what I'm saying, they pump the drugs into the neighborhoods, the men start selling it and taking it, then they go to jail
or get murdered
and they're not there anymore, and now and then it becomes like this epidemic,
and then the kid gets older and they follow the same it's just like hard to
they look for any way out.
We said Willie Lynch letter started it.
Yep. And that along with, and they used to redline. You know, I don't know if you guys know what redlining is. They would literally, you take a map of a city and they would redline where, like, they would not allow people of color to, like, buy homes in this area. So it would only be white people. And they would go around to houses and they would be like, hey, you know, we'll buy your house because, you know, there's a lot of, you know, black people moving in and stuff. And if they did that today, I'd be like, cool, I love black people. Fuck it. Let's go. You know, I don't give a fuck who my neighbor is because, first of all, I'm not a very friendly neighbor. I don't go and hang out with all of our neighbors. I don't even know most of their names. You know, we don't speak. We don't talk. I
talk to those on the corner.
Yeah, those people are sweet. They're nice. I like them.
Yeah.
Plus, the son gave you, like, you know, some free party favors. You know, so we always like that. Yeah. But no, I think it's fucked up that, like, our system is set up, or it sets specific people up for failure. But going back, knowing that, and going back and going, okay. And it's not just black people that grow up without fathers. I mean, there's a lot of white people that grow up without fathers, too.
Yeah.
You know, like I said, case in point, you know, and my mom did the best she could, bless her soul. I love her to death. But I was never taught how to be a man, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
You know, I know that's not very PC. I think we're getting away from PC a little bit right now, but it's like, you know, the cancel culture and all that stuff. No one gives a fuck. And, you know, toxic masculinity. No, it's just masculinity. You just don't like it. You know, that's what that is. I mean, there are toxic humans. There are people that are assholes. And that could be men and it could be women.
Right.
You know, there's toxic femininity, you know. So, I mean, I choose not to use those terms. But but I just think if you're a dick, you're a dick.
Right.
It doesn't matter what fucking...
I feel like the toxic masculinity and the same thing for females, it's like you're using the fact that you're a man to fuel you being toxic, and same thing with women. Like I don't know what I'm trying to think of. Just like
you're using your feminine wiles to get what you want.
Right, and just being toxic and an asshole, but then it's like, oh, well, but she's a female. That's just how they are. And same thing for a man. They're like, oh, he's just being a boy. Yeah. That's how, you know? Yeah.
What do you think about, I'll switch it up a little bit. This is something I'm curious about because I've never been of the mind that like I used to try and think of things like very objectively, and I would be like, you know, when people would say like, you know, like the traditional roles, just that statement, traditional roles for men and women. And I was always like, there's no traditional. I always thought, I was like, there's no traditional role. But the more the older I get, and the more I see, and people are like, you know, what's going on with this society? Right. And I'm thinking to myself, we have fallen away from traditional roles. And I think the reason we have those is, and I think it goes way back to like caveman days when we were hunter-gatherers. Yeah. You know, the men would go out and hunt. and kill things and bring home food and make sure that people had enough to live with. You know, the women would kind of gather and forage and take care of the babies, and you know, and they would raise them and teach them, and you basically teach them like values and ethics and things like that. I mean, I don't know how much ethics the cave people had. You know, be careful for falling rocks, or when you get smashed in the head by a male, because they're going to knock you in the head and drag you off to their cave. You know, we honestly don't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, you know, and throughout all generations, it's just been that way. Now, like, the feminist movement came, and I love it. I'm great. That's great. You know, I'm not a male feminist by any stretch. I think when you find someone that says they're a male feminist, they should probably be on a fucking watch list, in my personal opinion. Oh. Yeah. Yeah. They're virtue signaling. They're white knighting. They're doing, and a lot of them have gotten called out. You know, if there's a dude out there talking about, you know, male feminist, you know, I'm here for the women. No, you're just here for spotlight. You know, that's all you want. You want to be seen as a white knight so that they accept you, and then you're going to get your little wiener in there.
Yeah, and probably still treat women like shit.
Correct. And they're probably even the same ones that like have child pornography on their computers. I'm going to just go take a leap. Yeah. You know, like I can draw these conclusions in my own brain, but I could be wrong. Right. But I feel like I'm right. But I think it's great that women, you know, they're like, we want to work, we want to enter the workforce, we want to, it's crazy to me that they never were able to vote. Like, that's insane. To me. Yeah. I think it is. I mean, so when that happened, I was like, great.
Own things, like own property.
Yeah, all of that. You know, I think they should be able to do anything that they want.
You know what pisses me off?
What?
You know what?
There's a lot of things that piss you off.
Yeah. Well, just like still, I'm pretty fucking sure it's still going on. But like the pink tax, like they literally make things pink for females to make it'll be like the same razor as a male, like same brand, but they make the females pink, and it's more expensive. And then like
that's interesting. I never knew about that.
Oh no, yeah.
I mean, I know that they have like men's razors and women's razors.
Fucking pink.
That is weird.
It's more.
I've never heard of that.
And did you know? So
school me.
Most testing for like products, anything, it's all done on the average male, not female body. You know, even like car crash testing, like products. Something that specifically I learned about recently was fucking toothpaste. And did you know that males have different saliva than females do? And we've just now kind of like maybe
you guys have venom.
Yes. Be fucking careful. But just like stupid shit, like we ain't even got toothpaste. We don't even got nothing like really catered to you know? Like even the feminine products, they're fucking terrible for your body, and they're full of all these terrible chemicals and shit, and it's just like
forever chemicals.
Yeah.
Well, that's starting to become what you're saying is true. I didn't know that. That's weird. Yeah. I thought they just, you know, experimented on like chimps and shit.
No.
You see a bunch of chimps with tampons and lipstick. Like, what the fuck is happening, Bomba
Oh my God, that's what I thought animal testing used to be. I was like, so they're not just putting the eyeshadow on the fucking animals?
Wait, you're testing Trojans with the chimps? Like, who's rolling those on? What the fuck? Yeah, it's that's a weird thing. But I guess what I'm saying is like, you know, like when that all started, like a lot of that stuff needed to be in place. Like it should, you know, it should always have been. It should never have not been a thing, is what I'm saying. But I think that we may have gone a bit too far. And I think that, you know, and I had this, I think we had this conversation, Tristan and I, about like the population of our definitely the United States, but like there's less people in the United States like having children. And it's because like it's both the male and the female. Maybe there's a married couple. They both are like, we're working on we're getting, you know, we're growing ourselves. We're trying to get ahead in the world. We want to build our career before we do that. And then and that never ends. Right. By the way, it never ends. When you're trying to progress in your career, that never stops.
Right. So
ever.
they just kind of wait for the sweet spot to have a kid and it never happens.
And before you know it, you're 50 years old and you've
Yeah.
never had children.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, I'm too old now. I don't want to be 90-year-old fucking parent.
Right. Yeah.
You know, going to a graduation. And you know, you'd hope that you have like great grandchildren by then. You know, but so it's like I think that's kind of part of the problem. Like it's part of the reason. Like we've gone so far away from traditional roles, and I'm not saying that we need to go back to that. I definitely don't want to. That's not what I'm saying at all.
No.
What I'm saying is maybe we relax a little bit and go back into and like it just is the way it is. Like you know, like either one. You know, and like I'm gonna say something that you're gonna hate, but like I like women. Take care of the kids. They do this, they do that. You know, husbands, they go out and they provide. You know, and I think on both of those sides, I think people are failing. I think men are not wanting to provide anymore. They don't want. It's like the will to do it it's been stripped of them somehow. Society has said you don't need to do that anymore.
Right.
Fuck that. And so, you know, now you got all these women that are out here that are like, I can't find a dude that'll like actually that's worth a fuck. You know, they want, however, and this is also a conversation we can switch to, but like, I know you're not this way. I hope.
Lay it on me.
But there is this thing where women want a dude that's a billionaire. Okay.
No.
They want him to be a billionaire. They want to find a billionaire. They want him to be 6'7", look like Brad Pitt. Or, you know, whoever you like, you know, Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know. He's a fucking troll, but, you know, sorry. I'm just saying he is like, but, you know, whoever you're into.
Right.
But they want him to be super handsome, super tall, and super rich. And then it's like, but they can't find it because 98% of women in the world want that one guy. And and I would say, and I'm going to go out on a limb with the numbers here because I don't know the numbers. I'm just making this up. But I'm going to say it's probably as high as 80% of those 90% of women don't have anything to bring to the table except someone else's kid, a bunch of debt,
Punani.
maybe a little pussy. But that's the thing.
Right.
Dudes they're hip to that. Especially the rich guys. They're like, I can get pussy any day of the week.
They can DoorDash pussy.
Basically. Yeah. 100% they can.
Right.
So it's like, but there was a thing where women are like, I want to be on the same par with men.
Right.
But then they date men that make the same as them. And then they look down on them because they're like, you should be making more than me. It's the weirdest fucking dichotomy. Yeah. And there's a guy on TikTok that I love. I've brought him up 100 times. And there's a lot of people. He gets a lot of hate, but he also gets a lot of love because he makes a lot of fucking sense.
Yeah.
But it's this guy. It's a page called Ho Math. Okay, you've seen his shit.
Probably.
Google Ho_math on TikTok. Just Google that.
Okay.
Type that in. Ho.
Do you have TikTok logged in on here?
It might be, but you don't need to be logged in. It'll show you the videos.
Ho_math? Is it? Okay.
And there's a bunch of fake accounts, but it should pull up his. Throw it up on the screen. I want to see it.
So I'm gonna hit that button.
Well, no, you got to bring it over here.
Shit. Fuck. Fuck. Did I? This one?
Yep.
That's him?
That's him.
Okay.
Yeah, maximize that.
And then wait, we'll hit web now, right?
Well, yeah, but maximize it. Yeah, hit web.
Fuck.
There you go.
Okay, I'm so tech savvy. It's
there we
sickening.
go. Now they're seeing this.
Okay, sweet.
So I hope we don't get
shit
canned for this, but like scroll a little bit. I want to watch some of these videos. I want to watch at least one of the videos. Okay. Let's see. That first, that one's got 131.5 thousand views. Click that bitch.
And is there going to be sound?
Women do not belong in politics, and they never have. Here is a woman from 1963 talking emotional.
You might be able to turn it up.
How much everybody deserves.
What's wrong with your mouse? Is going a little haywire.
We all have to think in terms of the one world, one humanity, and we all have international obligations to fulfill if it's going to be a peaceful world for everybody.
Do you think we should take as many as we can fit in?
Yes, I do, most definitely.
Do you think
And
we're
that I think that we should cooperate in many ways to make sure that the needs of these people are fulfilled.
What about the
Are you
racial
looking at the
tension that might
comments?
be
Yeah, I'm
created
trying to
as a
see
result?
what-
This
Well, I
isn't
think
a
that
good
we
one. I
have
don't like
to,
this one.
implement new
I guess I'm not.
You'd have to.
understanding
He makes he makes very bold claims.
Right. Right.
Let's see. Not the right
see.
argument. Let's see. No. What's a 10? So badly re-release are your feelings.
Oh, here we go. Man or the.
Okay, that's a good. Yeah, we'll go
That's
with
a
that.
big
Let's revisit
topic.
Who is a 10. If you haven't seen the video, it's on YouTube when you're done here. It explains basically that men compete for status and power out in the open, while women disguise
draws
their
all these
power gains
fucking-
as equality and fairness while making power moves in secret, and one of those power moves is the accusation. So just like a lot of women are saying, I'm a 10, you're a 10, we're all 10s, everyone is beautiful, even though they don't believe it,
Do you think Lizzo is beautiful?
I mean, yeah, Lizzo is hot. Yeah, 100%.
Molly, has anyone ever told you that you look like Lizzo?
women also like to say that men are dangerous because that turns you into a threat that needs to be managed. Worse than a bear with Uber. So if it can be agreed upon that you are more dangerous than a bear, then that justifies excluding you from the power hierarchy, and then you become this little fellow who's not having a good time. And even though it's not a realistic threat evaluation, remember, this is the chance of it happening per year, and it's even lower when considering if it's a stranger, like a man in the woods. The collective negotiation appears to be working. More and more men are reporting feeling excluded from the job market and the dating market and pretty much everything. I know so many men who are significantly above average, and they go out in the world to do something and they get told, yeah, no, we're saving that for someone else. This was gonna be me. If I didn't blow up on TikTok, this was about to be me. There's a smaller one on the back. He doesn't have a mouth. That's kind of more accurate. So the math doesn't make that much sense, but we don't really need it anyway, because nobody actually believes that anybody would be more frightened to meet a man in the woods than a bear. And if you do believe that, try it. And bring $50. Once you understand the pattern, it becomes a little more clear. When large numbers of women are saying things they clearly don't believe, like men are more dangerous than bears, or Lizzo is a 10.
Has anyone ever told you that you look like Lizzo?
It's just a performance. It means I'm nice and I'm sweet and I'm not competing for unearned advantages. And whenever a group of people votes itself unearned advantages at the expense of another group of people, those people eventually stop doing productive things, and then society collapses. This is what every city looks like right now. This doesn't have to be this complicated. It doesn't need to be a 7-minute video. All you need to know is lying is bad. When people start to say things like Lizzo is hot and I feel safe around bears, just go, well, what's your ulterior motive? Nobody knows how dangerous men are compared to bears, but I do know that I would rather see another bear in the woods than another woman in human resources. Let's revisit Who is a 10.
That was the
If
end
you
of it.
haven't seen the video, it's
That's not. It's good. It's good, and it makes a lot of sense. He's a logic person, and he goes into numbers and he goes into all this stuff. The point I was making is that he uses all these graphs to show you like this weird cycle of psychology between men and women, and it's not all against women,
Right.
but there's a lot of questions and a lot of things that come up right now with women and like the fucking bear and the man. Like, it's crazy. Like, I've talked to so many women and I'm like, would you choose the bear? And they're like, fuck yeah. I'm like, well, what if it was me in the woods or a bear?
Well, I guess that's the thing is you don't know what random man it's going to be.
Right. But that's the thing. And that's a 50-50 chance.
Right.
However, a bear will 100% of the time kill your ass.
Right. And I think that from something that I read, a lady had said was, you know, if I fucking come across a bear in their natural territory and they fucking rip me to shreds and tear me apart, you know, I was in their domain. Like, that was a possibility that could happen. The bear's not doing anything. You know, like, I'm not going to say it correctly. Just...
It's doing
I
its
don't know.
natural thing.
Like, yeah, like some ladies are like, I'd rather go into the woods, run into a bear, and if the last thing I see is them mauling me and ripping me to shreds. It's better than the possibly experiencing, getting just, the worst things that you could think of happening to yourself as a
I think it's
baby.
all bad.
Right.
But
yeah.
I think it's all bad, but honestly, you have a chance. You have more of a chance fighting off a dude than fighting off a bear. You're not getting out of that. If a bear attacks you, you're fucking gone. And if you're both in the woods, the question is, if you're in the woods, would you rather be with a bear or a man? So like, you're all in bear territory. So in my opinion, what's going to happen is if you find both, y'all are both dead. The bear is going to eat you both asshole first. They don't kill you. Do you know that? They don't kill you right away. Bears, they eat you alive, and their butt they do start asshole first a lot of times because that's the softest part, and they can get a lot of meat right away.
Wow.
And then you're still alive. Remember that you're still alive experiencing this.
Just in your
Yep.
Wow.
Because everywhere else, this is real skinny.
Well, with men, maybe they kill you first and you get lucky, and then they'll have their way with you, or they'll do it while you're alive.
True, but the likelihood of that is very thin. Statistically speaking.
Well, and it's more just like the the whole it's not all men, right?
Mm-hmm.
Have you heard like the idea behind it where it's like, no, obviously we don't think that every single man wants to rape you or fucking kidnap you or something, but you almost kind of just, not that you assume, but like that it could maybe be, I don't know, like a possibility or something. Like,
I think we need to look deeper into the psyche, the reason and how that came about. What was it that caused every woman in the whole world or in the United States to think that way and feel that way?
Because every woman I know in my life they've been sexually assaulted. So that, for one, will do it. If you fucking ask any woman you see on the street, majority of them, and men too. I'm not trying to not say that men don't have.
I'm not going to make that
things,
argument, because when men make that argument that men get sexually assaulted,
well, and I know it's a
statistically
true thing.
more than women, that's prison.
Oh.
A lot of that's in prison.
Oh.
And you put yourself there. So I'm not going to make that argument.
Right. Well, and I just was trying to say, I'm not saying that that's not going to happen, but just out in your fucking day-to-day life, a woman's not really going to be able to throw a fucking man over her shoulder. They do other nasty. Women are evil and nasty too. And do bad things. But fuck balls.
I
forgot where I was.
It's okay. That's how these conversations work. It'll come back to you.
Just, I guess I was talking in regards to, well, you asked, where did that come from? Like the not all men, and I think it is because most women, whether they were younger or growing or older, like just even if it was small scale to the worst thing that could happen.
Yeah.
Every woman I know has had some unwanted touch. Every single girl
that you've ever met.
I mean, I would say
I'm curious.
so. I would
I'm
say
just asking.
so. I mean, I've met a lot of ladies, and I genuinely would stand on that and say, yes, everyone has had some form of unwanted physical contact, whether it was by someone they knew.
So you think
you
think it's everyone? No, you said everyone.
Everyone?
You said everyone.
That I've
met.
Yes. Just in my circles,
realm.
my people.
Okay.
People I've met at work that are females. Like every job I've worked at, the majority of the women there, if they feel comfortable to share, have shared. But so I just feel like in the whole world, if we were going to talk about everyone, there's probably a very large percentage, I feel like, where they've been assaulted more than people who haven't been.
Are these people like of different ages, or are they like all around the same age?
No, different ages.
I'm just curious.
Different ages. Like, I mean, there's people like, little ones age in there. People that I knew at that age, things that happened to me at those ages, and then adulthood, and
Like older
Like-
women? Have older women confided in you? Like people my
I don't
age.
really.
like
Well,
in
so
their
I work
50s.
with one coworker who's. Well, I've got a couple that are older, but
I'm trying to put a
they-
timeline together here.
Every age group.
Mm-hmm. Well, the reason I ask is it kind of goes back to what we were talking about, I think, like raising people right.
But when you look at those age groups from people who are now 14, 15, my age, into my friends that are 40 years old, like everyone at some point in time with the vagina, not everyone again. I'm not trying to say everyone. Hopefully it's not everyone.
Yeah.
You hope that.
Right.
But
The majority of the people in your circle.
Well, and I don't know. And then other people's
that's
circles,
pretty.
your
I'm sure
friends
that's a
tell
pretty.
you about their friends and their experiences. And
I have
it's
no
like,
doubt that it's happened to a lot of people, and
way
probably a
more
lot
than
of people that don't
should.
get reported because people
because
it doesn't really do much.
No.
Yeah.
No, and it really, things don't really get very far with the whole reporting,
Right.
I've heard. And then like sometimes people don't want to say anything about something because it's so fresh.
Could be
You're
a family
traumatized
member.
from it, right? Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, I think
But-
it's a family member. That's doing
Especially
that.
if you're like younger, that definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're scared. You don't want to. Yeah. They
People
and
won't
and
believe
and
you.
they fucking. They have a way of manipulating the young minds
Of course,
into
right.
saying this. Like, if you tell people that's bad, I'm gonna go away.
Right.
I'm never gonna. You're never gonna see me again. You love me, right?
Right. Right.
And that's
right.
insane. That's
It's
fucking.
terrifying.
It's very terrifying.
But so that's when you get back to the no, it's not all men, but you kind of carry yourself around. You're hyper aware of your surroundings, whether it's if it's a female walking near you, you might feel more comfortable. If you're with a group of friends and there's a couple dudes, you feel more comfortable rather than just, being alone. And maybe a guy would feel better too. I was like, maybe this group of guys is going to like try to rob me or something because I'm all alone. But it's like last night, I wanted to go to the fucking beach and just go and scream at the ocean and just frolic at the beach at night.
Sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Not the screaming at the beach thing, because the beach never did anything to me.
No, but
I know what you mean. It's therapeutic, just letting it all out.
Yeah, but I was just like, and I have a self-defense item, but I mean, even still, like, just.
You don't ever want to have to use it.
Well, no, and I was trying to get friends to go with me. They were all busy, and I was like, I could physically go by myself, but I'm so afraid to go out by myself just because, God forbid,
What might happen?
What if there's always fucking crazy people? It's late. You just don't know what kind of crazy you're gonna come across, and being a smaller lady, like,
I imagine that.
it just sucks that you feel like you can't go places at certain times a day.
Right.
Like going on a run, I feel weird about because that's the biggest thing.
Yeah.
It just sucks dickhole.
It does. And like part of that makes me feel good that you're like thinking about those things.
You have to.
I'm glad that you do, because you're my daughter and I don't want anything bad to happen to you.
Oh,
I
yeah,
love you.
I'll straight up.
But that's what I'm saying. Like you and I keep my head on a swivel everywhere I go.
Right. Yeah.
Sorry for the gnats.
I know.
And like
Shoot it.
if I'm in a restaurant, like my head is on a swivel. I'm always thinking, like what could happen.
Right.
If I hear a noise to my left, I look.
Right.
So I'm always on guard. And I'm glad that you are as well.
Yeah.
The problem the thing that I have a problem with, and the thing that sucks, is the fact that it stops you from doing some of the things that
Right.
you want to do.
Right.
And like that part bothers me. So yeah, there's a lot that, and these are all just questions that I have, because I'm like I said, I'm an inquisitive mind. I always want to ask questions. I'd rather ask questions to things that I don't understand.
Yeah.
I think that's how we learn. I think if more people were like that and actually had like, and I don't know what my IQ is. I've never done a test. I'm fairly certain I'm pretty low on the totem pole.
Have Air 5.
But yeah, but I have enough common sense to know, again, what my presence makes people feel like.
Right.
And, it may not change how I act. I'm not going to like change who I
No.
am because
Right.
of that, or like what I'm doing because
Right.
someone else might feel uncomfy, but I am aware of
You're
it.
not going to do anything to go out of
Worsen
your
it.
way and make them uncomfortable.
No, absolutely. Like I talking about, it's so funny when you were talking about going to the beach.
Yeah.
Like I used to go, like on a Sunday morning, I would grab my camera
Yeah.
and I'd go out to Jack's Beach and I would just walk down the sidewalk, or I'd go on the beach, and I'm just looking for stuff to take pictures of. Well, out there, a lot of people run.
Yeah.
And I would see, very pretty girls running with their little tight shorts on or whatever. And I would see them way off in the distance coming, and I would either cross the street or I would like turn myself like a different direction,
Right.
so that they understand. And like I said, I go out, I'm not going to try to go out of my way to like change or augment how I
Right.
act or what I'm doing. I'm actually there to photograph things,
Right.
but I will make a concession to
Of,
like
how
make
something
someone
looks.
else.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if I saw her walking down the street and I'm looking at my cell phone like this,
Right. She might maybe think you're.
I'm videoing
right,
her.
Right.
So
right.
I'll lower my phone, or I'll turn the
Yeah.
opposite direction, or I'll just put it away.
Right.
Like I will do little things like that to
Right.
make sure that, listen,
Because
I'm not
whatever
here
you
to,
are
you're having a
thinking-
good day.
Right,
You're out
right,
here,
right.
you're running, you're vibing, you're feeling good, you're getting your health in line. I love all of
But
that.
you're also all thinking and keeping in mind all those things. Like, oh, is that guy recording me? Oh, is it? So when somebody does something like that, that's really nice, because you could be having a great run, having a great time, but you're worried about, is my music too loud? Can I hear my surroundings? As all that shit. So whenever I've experienced that, where a dude, they'll cross the street, or they'll just like if they're walking behind me, they'll keep a nice pace. They're not, just little stuff. It's like, wow, you're cool, because that's something that we're already
Thinking about.
considering. So
Yeah.
the fact that you're thinking about it too,
Yeah.
cream of the crop.
It's appreciated
Yes,
quite a bit.
it is.
I don't know. Like I said, I do think that goes back to how people are raised,
Right.
because, I wasn't raised, I had to learn how to be a man on my own. I picked my role models. They happen to be good dudes.
Right.
And my mom was a good person. I mean, she still is. You're still a
Yes,
good person,
yes.
Mom. I love you. So she taught us values, like just common sense values, like be nice. Don't be mean to people.
Right.
You're going to, I got bullied so bad in school, so bad.
Yeah.
And I think she knew that, but wouldn't
Intervene.
parents
or-
wouldn't, back when I was a kid, they didn't like for you, like I went to your fucking school
Right.
and I started threatening people.
Yeah.
But like she wouldn't do that for me. And it wasn't that I wanted her. Maybe I did want her at the time to do that, but she knew that if she did that and she started fighting my battles for me, I would never fucking learn how to have a backbone.
Yeah.
And what she did instead was put me into karate.
Beat they ass.
She wanted, well, not beat
no.
their ass, but like she wanted me to learn self-defense.
Yes. Yeah.
Because like I never came home with black eyes or none of that shit, but I did get verbally bullied quite a
Right.
bit. And parents cared way less about that. If you were physically being harmed, that's
Right.
when they were like, okay, we got a problem.
Yeah.
But like, they were like, so what? They talk shit to you. Fucking toughen the fuck up and
Right.
learn how to move on. That's just how we did.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's part of also why I am the way I am, and why people like,
Right.
I don't understand bullies. I mean, I understand them, but I don't
Right.
get them. I won't have them. You will never bully me.
Right.
It's never going to happen, because when you start doing it now, you are not even a person. You are no longer in my sphere. I don't fuck with you. I don't want to talk to you. I
Yeah.
don't care. I don't care about your existence.
Well, and you've showed us how you really feel about yourself too.
Exactly.
So that's kind of the biggest,
Exactly, because bullies are weak. They're weak, and they have problems too. A
Mm-hmm.
lot of them,
right.
Or-
And hopefully they get help.
right? A lot of them have bad home lives, and it makes them feel good to beat
Right.
down someone who feels, maybe their dad hits them in a way they shouldn't be hitting them.
Right.
So now they want to come and find someone that's weaker than them and do the same thing to them.
Right.
And that was a lesson I had to learn when I stood up to one of my bullies in
Yeah.
7th grade. I wish I could remember his name. God, I think I might have my yearbook. I got a bunch of yearbooks from way back. But if I could remember his name, because he used to fuck with me. Like the whole year he was fucking with me. Like, well, half the year he was fucking with me.
Right.
And then eventually it got to a boiling point with me. And I mustered up every bit of strength in my little tiny spaghetti arms that I possibly could. And I punched this dude so hard in his stomach. He lost his breath, took 3 steps back, and fell on his ass. And all his boys were around him. And they're all laughing at him and pointing. Like, little motherfucker just whipped your ass.
Yeah.
But, you know, and you know what, though? After that, we became friends. And he actually, like, saved me from, there was some stuff. And I've talked about it on the podcast before. You know, people brought up there was a little thing that happened back in the day called Cracker Day. You know, I was magnet schooled to a school that's downtown. It was predominantly black, and you know, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand racism. I didn't understand hatred. We were like, you know, and I know people fucking get triggered by when people say stuff like this, but I wasn't raised that way.
Right.
You know, when people say I wasn't raised to see color. You know, I wasn't. And, you know, this is like takes me onto a whole nother spider vein of, you know, some people are like, well, you should see color. We want you to see color. Okay.
Right.
So you want me to see color. You want me to differentiate you from me by color. No, you are a human fucking being with flesh and blood in your body. Whether you're a dick or you're a nice person to me, those have always been my metrics for people I spend time with.
Right.
You're either nice or you're not. And if you're not, I don't give a shit if you're fucking green. I'm not hanging out with you. I don't like you. You know, that's been my metric. But I didn't understand racism and stuff like that. I didn't understand why people that look like me were hated. I didn't understand any of that. And I didn't learn about a lot of that stuff until high school.
Right.
You know, and then you start learning about like slavery and like all of this stuff, and like it makes you feel really fucking shitty. That's where I got my first bout of white guilt. You know, but you know, and I have conversations with people nowadays, you know, and they're like, you know, dude, you shouldn't have white guilt. You didn't do that shit. Yeah, it was your ancestors. Maybe nobody in my lineage. You know, maybe no one in our lineage had any fucking thing to do with that. Yeah. Maybe so. I don't fucking know. I've never done a 23andMe or a Ancestry.com. Never done any of that shit. And I don't care to, because I know me.
Right.
And I would never do that, never have had anything to do with that. And I love everybody until you give me a reason not to. Yeah. And I think that if people just started realizing that more and more and focused on those types of things more and more, I think we'd probably get out of that shit pit a little bit. But not even sure where I was going. Bullies. Was that what we were talking about?
You were telling, you said Cracker Day.
Oh, yeah. No, but basically what would happen was that everybody that didn't look like me would go out into the courtyard and then like skip a class. And then when the bell would ring, the only people left inside the building were people that looked like me. I hate that statement, by the way. White people. Right. And they'd be going to their next class. Well, when the bell would ring, they would all run in and just beat the fuck out of everybody that's in the hallway. All the white people would just get there just pummeled. Well, this dude that was my bully, who became my friend. Right. There was there was lockers, and then there would be a space in between the lockers. He fucking shoved me in the space between the lockers and stood in front of me.
Wow.
I know. I had no, and I didn't even know. Well, it just sounded like a herd of fucking, like a stampede.
And you're like, oh my God.
All I could hear, because I couldn't see anything.
Yeah.
And he had BO a little bit, so I was like, all I smell is his ass crack and some BO.
Yeah.
What's C? What does that mean?
C.
Insane. Oh. Yeah. It is insane.
Yeah.
But I keep going back to how people were raised and traditional roles. This is like if you haven't noticed, this is an important topic for me right now at my old age.
Yeah. The roles of things.
Yeah. And I don't care, you know, again, I'm not trying to say that women need to be put down here and men up here. I don't. I don't think that at all. I think that each thing has an equal responsibility. I think it's equally as important. I think that men need to stay home. Men need to be home with their kids. When you're raising children, you need to be there, and you need to be a good role model.
Right.
Moms, exactly the same. Quit fucking being out here twerking on TikTok. Like that.
Yeah.
Like you want to OnlyFans. Yeah, go do that, but in privacy of your own home.
Right,
I would never tell anybody what to do with their own body. I think it's fantastic that there is platforms out there for people to monopolize on the things that their assets. I think it's great. Do it.
You know what I think of, like with the traditional roles and such, it makes me think of like kind of like the animal kingdom. Like you see lions, like the lady lion. She takes.
They hunt.
I mean, she's a baddie.
The female lions hunt.
Right, but she also does stay with the cubs and shit. And then, there's the male who there's that again.
Yeah.
Does whatever he does and also protects.
He
So
protects
like,
the pride.
I think a lady and a guy, humans, not animals.
Yeah.
Both. It's cool if they both work and make their own shit, make their own money, and if you have kids, you both do things together. Maybe the mom spends more time at home with them, taking care of them if they're able to. Maybe if they want to.
I mean, I don't care which one stays home.
Right, just
one of them needs to stay home and
forever, or
no,
or what do you mean, like stay home?
No, but like you were saying, like the mom would be home with the kids more. I don't give a fuck. It's the mom or the dad.
Right.
I don't care.
Like instead of like a daycare or both, like, my parents both work all the time and no one sees them kind of thing.
Right. But a lot of times what happens when you have like at-home dads, stay-at-home dads, and the wife goes out and they make a fuckload of money, way more than unless you're just like an exceptional guy, and maybe you're like super handsome and like, you know what I mean? But then they start thinking you're cheating on them maybe because you're home alone all day and you're this hot fucking piece of ass. And they're like, why is no one fucking this guy?
Right.
I'm out here working 12, 14, 15 hours a day, bringing home the bacon. Yeah. You know what I mean? But like for me, I never thought that. I never thought that. I never once thought about someone cheating on me, ever. It was just like, I work. I bust my ass to get promoted.
Right.
I bring home more money. I want this was my mentality when you were a kid. All I wanted to do was give you everything you ever wanted. That's all I wanted to do. I wanted to provide as much as I possibly could for you and your mom and your sister. That's it. That was my role. And and I wanted to be a good role model. I wanted to teach you, and I didn't even think about it. I was just like it was just kind of like second nature that you were going to just pick up good habits from me. Yeah. But thinking back, I'm like, I don't want anybody to pick up my work habits ever.
Why?
Because I was never home.
Oh,
I would work 100 hours a week, and I was salary, but I was trying to get ahead. I was trying to get more, get ahead, get promoted. And I did up to a point, and then I had burnout. And you can't keep going that way. No. Not only that, but what I was doing was not something that I saw as a career.
Right.
Even though I spent 22 fucking years there.
Yeah.
Anyways, but yeah, I think traditional roles with an amendment. Yeah. But the wage gap, that's a thing that people bring up, and it's not really a thing. If you look at women, like if you put a woman CEO in the same company as a male CEO in the same company, they're going to make the same money. Right. But where the wage gap comes into play is that women take different jobs than men. And they've had the ability to take different, like the high paying jobs all these years, but they always go into fucking, where do they go? Childcare, healthcare. So like nurses but nurses can make a good amount of money.
Well, and this is a side thing, but something that's really cool is I watched like this long little I don't know if it was an ad for something or a little documentary, but you know, the medical field used to only really consist of men, like male
Right.
doctors. And I mean, obviously the women were the nurses and their little
Sure.
get-ups. But now you're seeing like the percentages of how many,
Female doctors.
right, and just like, and like surgeons
Mm-hmm.
and all that is like that they're in blah, blah, blah
Mhm.
this year or whenever there might be more
Right.
women
Right.
physicians and surgeons and such than there are men.
I love
and
that.
I think that's super. Like anytime I see a lady surgeon, I'm like, that's badass.
Right, but
cool.
that's when people try to bring up like the wage gap thing.
Right.
That is what traditionally what it's from.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, well, okay, let's break it down. What jobs are women taking?
Mm-hmm.
And what jobs are men taking? You know, I
Right.
mean, there's dudes like jumping off fucking boats to scrub fucking barnacles and weld shit underwater, and there's not a lot of women in that field.
Right.
Oil
some,
rigs
maybe,
and things of that
but
nature. You know,
yeah,
there's
primarily men.
primarily men. You
Yeah.
know, and it's not for any reason other than they just don't want those jobs.
Right.
You know, they can do them.
Mm-hmm.
I have 100% faith that they could do it.
Yeah.
You know, but it's just like they're not appealing jobs to the women.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's what they do. They go into these fields that are not high paying fields.
Mm-hmm.
So when you start looking at if you look at just the numbers, you're like, oh wow, there is a wage gap. You know, but then if you break it down to like, well, what are these jobs that everybody's working?
Mm-hmm.
That's when it gets weird.
Yeah.
But you know, and the conversation kind of gets turned on its head. But yeah, I mean, I'm glad that
Oh.
I'm glad that it's like what just fell.
I don't know.
Anyways, I'm glad that the situation is changing. I think there's a lot of I think it shouldn't matter. I think this is why, like, whenever like the whole DEI thing was going on, whether it's, you know, I think that was the most sexist and racist policy that there ever was, in my personal opinion. You know what DEI is, right? Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Mm-hmm.
So what they wanted you to do was hire people based on their color or their sex instead of their qualifications.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the way it was described to me by someone who believed in it. And I was like, well, what about equal opportunity employers? You know, isn't that like already a program? It should be. And if you're not operating under the guise of equal opportunity, then you need to be, you know, then that company needs to be investigated. And that person who is doing the hiring needs to be in. But like, honestly, like if I get on a plane, I couldn't care less whether the pilot's white, black, you know, Chinese, whatever. I don't care. Are they the most qualified for that job?
Mm-hmm.
That's all I care about. I don't, you know, but I don't go on a plane and go, what are the pilot's qualifications?
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I also
Right.
don't go on the plane and go, is the pilot white or black? I don't do either of
Or
those things.
male or female.
No, you just hope that they were hired because they are the most qualified person for that
Right.
job.
Yeah.
It shouldn't have anything to do with sex or race, ever.
Mm-hmm.
Personally,
Yeah.
that's just my opinion. I may get some hate for that because I know there's a lot of people that are on that train.
No hate has come in.
No, I know. Well, it's
I
just
know.
Tristan in the fucking comments. But I mean, it may come later. You know, but I'm not worried about getting hate comments because I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't. You know, and furthermore, it's almost like you can't look at the good comments either. It's like not good. It's not healthy to read comments.
Yeah.
In my opinion, what do you think about that? Reading comments.
Well, I don't really, you know, have a platform. I used to have a TikTok that I would post shit on. And unfortunately, I can't get into it to delete everything. So those things are just still floating around.
What do you mean
on
you
the
can't?
internet.
Oh, you can't.
Yeah, my old one, I would like do little, just, you know, I was trying to post regularly. Every now and then I'd get like a decent amount of views, but comments were always weird. Definitely weird comments.
Mm-hmm.
One that I always have remembered was I was in like this little gray tank top sitting outside
Can I
with
pull
the
it up?
dog. No, please don't.
I mean, it's still out there to see, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I won't
It's
look at it.
there. I don't want it. I hate it. But like, I guess you could see my nips
Oh,
in
shit.
the shirt, and then some dude commented, "Must be cold outside" or something like that. I'll never forget that one. I was just like, that's what you thought. I mean, yes, you could. I didn't think about it even at all. It was just a video and
Right.
me and like the dog playing or some shit
Right,
like
right.
that.
It was an innocent video that you made, and someone.
Right, some
made it
probably
about-
old man, because I was probably
Careful.
I was probably like 17
I'm an
at
old
the
man.
time. No, you're a baby. Shush. I'll
Well,
live
not
forever.
and that yeah. I wouldn't make comments like that. I
Right.
don't.
I mean, unless like if I was trying to promote like a fucking OnlyFans or something, and I had what I have on my body, if I was presenting things, maybe then,
Well, yeah.
that
If
would
you're
be
if
more
you're
fitting.
if you got offended by someone saying something about your nipples on your OnlyFans
Right,
page, then
you're
you got a
trying-
problem.
Right, but
You-
this was
You don't need to be on there
right.
because that's what that's for.
Well, obviously. Right, that's what I'm saying. That'd be different.
Right.
I'd be like, oh, yeah, whatever. But just something
Thanks.
like that.
Thanks, Man Bears 6777.
Yeah, I was like, ew. Like, just comments are weird. So, yeah, I did enjoy reading them. Most of the time they were positive. When I started posting, there was only a couple of videos. The silk you hung up at Mom's house for me. Remember the black?
Yeah.
little- I posted a few videos of that, and some people were like, wow, this looks so cool. I'm like, I didn't know any fucking cool shit to do. I had never really done
Right.
it before, but most of the time it was positive or
Yeah.
yeah, but
Yeah, it's a trap that people fall into, especially people that want to be content creators.
oh yeah.
There's like me, I do this weekly. And now you do too. But I mean this podcast airs weekly.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those deals that it's like I know that there's going to be people at times that are just going to spew hate. Or they're going to say nasty shit, or they're going to disagree with something I say.
Right.
But that is the beautiful thing about America that we live in right now is because they have the freedom to do that.
Right.
And I have the freedom to say my opinions and my beliefs.
Right.
And they can go and they can say whatever the fuck they want.
Well, and the other thing is, along with people getting to say whatever they want, we have the option to not let certain things bother us.
Mm-hmm.
Like you choose how you can. I mean, sure, your subconscious, like that sucked for someone to say about me, but I don't know.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Very good point. Because, like, for me, I will never be weak enough to let someone else control my emotions. Now, that does not apply in the vehicle. Oh, people piss me off on a daily basis.
Well, you just got to ride around with me for a little.
Oh, well, that was an adventure, and I blew out all my fucking hemorrhoids.
He was holding the oh shit handle the entire before we even started fucking moving. He's holding.
Oh shit.
That was fun.
No, yeah, it's not you, it's me.
No.
No, it's just like that's what I'm saying. I was like, I will never let people that someone that doesn't, and this is a thing that I love and hate about the internet is because people hide behind anonymity. They don't have like pictures of themselves. They'll be like, a little fucking mushroom with a fairy sitting on it or something, and it's some 80-year-old dude telling me, hey, nice balls, or whatever they say. I don't, whatever. But it's just like nobody is gonna fucking take me out. I'm never gonna be weak enough to let someone fuck with me. What happened?
Oh, nothing. I was just putting it to live chat.
Oh, it wasn't already on live chat?
It was just on this.
Oh, it was on top chat. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll never allow somebody to, because it makes me feel weak when someone does something that pisses me off or like makes me takes me out of my normal state of mind. And I'm like, oh, that person just got control of me. They just took control.
Sometimes I feel like it's hard.
It is very hard.
But yeah.
The more you work at it, though, the more you're cognizant of it. And I think the more you pay attention to that, like how you feel,
Right.
I think you're going to get better at it. And I think that's why I am the way I am, is because I think about that a lot.
Right.
You know, when somebody does something to piss me off, I could get mad. I could blow up at them. I could scream. I can shout. I can be, you know, a real asshole. But what the fuck good does that do except increase my blood pressure
For real.
and destroy my health?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it ain't good, man. Just live and let people live. You know, you don't want to hate me? Cool.
Right.
Good. I'm glad you hate me.
Right.
But also, thanks for the comment, because it's just engagement,
Exactly.
bitch.
And interaction's an interaction,
That's
bitch.
That's exactly it. That is exactly it.
Yeah.
How are you enjoying podcasting so far?
I'm having fun.
Yeah.
I
Is
like
it is it getting better as we went along?
I think so.
Feeling more comfortable in talking?
As I get quiet. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will try not to spring these on you,
No,
surprise
I mean,
them on you. I'll let you know ahead of time. Hey, I don't have anybody scheduled.
Yeah.
We're gonna do these. It's just gonna be me and you, and we can talk. We can pull up topics or whatever. I don't like to do that. I just like I like it.
Spitball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a fucking conversation. The thing about this podcast, and this is not just for you, but it's for them as well, is just that I enjoy having conversations with human beings, and you're like one of my favorite human beings.
Yeah.
Of course, there's lots of others, but
Yeah. I'm not
well, not
that
lots.
special.
There is a small group. You are
No,
special.
I know.
Ed.
Damn.
No, but I like talking to people, and this is not like I'll never format this thing to where it's like a fucking show.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want it. It's not a variety show. It's not a late night show. It's not a radio hosted show. There's no programming. It's just whoever I want to talk to
About whatever y'all
about
wanna talk
whatever
about.
comes up. So that is what it is, and it can be quite entertaining at times.
Yeah.
You know, so but you know, good. I'm looking forward to our little hangout sessions.
Yeah.
You know, I think that it's nice to sit down with you and talk, and you know, let the world see our conversations.
Yeah. We didn't even talk about nothing super weird, I feel like.
What did you think we were going to talk about?
I don't fucking know.
I'm
I
not.
don't know.
I don't really talk about super weird stuff, but I mean, if it whatever that means, I mean, if it comes up, it comes up. You know, I try to. I know we think differently politically, so I try not to talk about a lot of that types of stuff. But also, I'm not real political.
Right.
I was telling my friend Zoe last night. We came up. You know, I was just like, I'm kind of apolitical. I'm politically unhoused, and I hate that we only have a two-party system. I hate that it's left and right. It's like we're setting ourselves up for this fucking weird civil war that no one wants. You know, and I think the civil war is already happening. It's just it's online. It happens online. We get, you know, the left gets hate from the right. I mean, you don't see a lot of that, but the right definitely it's very visible. The things that they say and do, and all the hate that they spew, and it's just like, it's not a good look for anybody. But you know, if I was sitting back staring at two TV screens and like, this is all the people on the right and this is all the people on the left, it seems like there's a lot more hate coming from this side. You know, a lot, and it used to be flipped. You know, like when I was a kid, Democrats were the people looking out for the poor people. They were looking out for the, you know, they were like about love, and it was like hippies and shit. You know, and nowadays it's just like they're like calling everybody fascist and hate. It's hate everything, and then they're like, you know, we got to do away with hate speech. I'm like, well, that's censorship, and now you're treading on my First Amendment.
Right. Yeah.
So even if you don't like something I'm saying, it should still be allowed to be said.
Right.
And I think people need to hear those things. I just wish that people from both sides would just sit down together more. And I saw something, I think it was Bill Clinton when he was, and I think it was him. I could be wrong, but I think it was something he did it was like a congressional meeting. And he was like, You know, we got this many people on the left and this many people on the right. He's like, I want to talk about things we agree on. So he came up, he said, we can all agree the sky is blue, right? And it was just like,
Right.
like
yeah.
talking to children. And everybody was like, yeah. And he's like, okay. Water is wet. And they're like, yeah. And, you know, so he did that like 5 times. And he goes, now we all just agreed on 5 things unanimously throughout the entire room. And that was the way he started this meeting or this thing that he was talking. He's like, so we know that we can agree on things.
Right. Yeah.
So let's not make this a hate session. You know, let's all just talk about things. So it's like, you don't have to agree with me.
Right.
It's not going to make me love you any differently or any less. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that is the problem with, I think, a part of that whole political society type of thing is like, you think differently than me? Fuck you.
Well, and everyone thinks they're right.
Right.
You know?
Exactly.
But it's like you said earlier, being open-minded and, you know.
Seeing different perspectives.
Right. Understanding someone's going to think differently than you. And
Right.
you very well, what you think's right could be wrong to them. And, you know.
Yeah.
Just shit like that.
Yeah, as long as in my
Don't get your panties in a twist kind of thing.
Exactly.
But people will be twisting. They get twisted.
As long as I'm not, you know, like out physically harming people.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like I feel like
because of how you feel about something.
Right.
And they disagree.
Right. Yeah, we don't do lynch mobs anymore. Like the shit don't happen. I mean, well, we didn't used to, but it's happening now.
Yeah.
You see it. And like these, like I have a problem with protests. Not in general. I think protests are great. But the people that are putting them on need to understand that there are things that happen, and it has been proven. There's these little things called agent provocateurs. Do you know about those?
Maybe know of.
They are either contracted through or part of our government. And they go out looking just like another protester. And it may be a peaceful protest. But they will go and they'll start getting radical, and they start smashing windows and lighting shit on fire, and then groupthink happens.
Yep.
And everybody starts doing it.
Right.
And then it turns into a
mass, like just chaos.
Brawl.
Yeah.
And then that's when you get pepper sprayed and fucking gas. You know, you got the people coming in with gas masks and they're tear gassing everyone.
Yeah.
And you see all these little, you know, people out here that are just trying to make a difference, but they have gone too far. And it's got to be on the 6 o'clock news. You know what I mean? And like, the worst one for me is like, if you're going to protest, do that. Like my friend Addison, she did a peaceful protest. Yeah. It was a silent protest. They just held up signs and they stood off of the road onto the sidewalk where they were allowed to do so. Not disrupting any traffic. Not doing, it's that type of shit for me. When you start sitting down on the ground in front of cars in like highways and stuff, like if you do that in front of me, you're not going to live very long because I will run you over. Yeah. You know, I mean, everything inside of my human fiber tells me don't hurt this person. But if I've got to get somewhere, motherfucker, you're going to get run over because you're not supposed to be here. That's not okay. This is the weirdest one. Splashing paint on priceless fucking historical paintings. You know, I don't care. You know, if the person this is the thing. Like you know, people are like, well, this person was a pedophile. Like, how the fuck do you know that painting was done in the 1800s? Right. Were you alive, bitch? Is there a written record of this? Is there pictures? How do we know? You know what I mean? Maybe it was theorized. Right. You know, whatever. It was just like a story passed down. I don't fucking know. I don't understand. Honestly, that one's the whole one that I don't understand. Yeah. I'll never understand splashing paint on like Van Goghs or like the Mona Lisa or whatever. It's insane to me.
I definitely know about.
You've heard about this, right? It happened over.
Is it like?
It's like in England, I think.
Yeah. I don't know. Oh, oops. Here, you can stare at my face for a second.
Yeah, I don't care. This podcast, I'll hit my vape. I don't care. It's not going on TikTok. They're the only people that have a problem with it.
Yeah, I'm double fisting over here.
Yeah, that's a little excessive.
Well, yeah.
I don't know. I think protests are great.
Yeah.
I think it's the way to have your voice heard if you do it right. But I also think that I also start to think, like, is it very effective?
If everyone's kind of, I feel like sometimes they can be, not, I guess, like overused.
I think that's where
or,
we're at right now.
Like,
They protest
there's not
everything.
you need a real, right, like, put some oomph behind it.
Yeah,
or,
when it dilutes the
not because
it
your
dilutes
favorite sandwich at Burger King is gone or something.
Right.
It needs to be real important things that are, impacting our communities
Right.
and shit.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, like and when you start protesting every single thing every single day, it dilutes the message.
Right.
And it dilutes the reason that we have that right to do that.
Right.
And it's almost like guys, you don't need to do that every time something comes up. If you really want to make change happen, like I start questioning, like, how many people are voting in their local elections.
Right.
I've never voted in my local elections. Have you? I mean,
Yeah.
most people I know
Right.
don't. But then they're like,
They'll still bitch about
I fucking hate our mayor, or whatever. I'm like, well, did you vote?
Right. And the things you're able to be involved in, what did you
Right.
do?
There are a lot of, like, going to fucking congressional or like the state or the state hearings and stuff like that. Like, they have these things and they're open to the public and people can go. And it's usually very little people
other
from the
thing,
communities that go.
People are very, like, social media. They want their image to look like, oh, I go to these protests, I do this.
Of course.
But then, like you said, they're
Virtue
not going to go
signaling.
sit in to the actual things that they're
to make an actual
complaining about.
change.
Right. But
Right.
on social media, they
They were holding their picket sign.
yeah.
Yeah. It's virtue signaling. And that fucks me up. I don't want to hear your virtue like
Yeah.
like when I don't want to use BLM, but I mean I will.
Well,
but like when that was going on, if you didn't have your profile picture on your social media blacked out, you were a motherfucker. Like I had people tell me that. They're like, "Did you, are you, in solidarity with the rest of us?" I'm like, "Listen, I do believe Black Lives Matter, but like, I'm not going to change my fucking profile picture. What does that do? No one gives a fuck what my profile picture is. Nobody.
I'll never forget when that was taking off. And I guess a lot of people, they either understood it from where it was wanting to be understood, or they were like, I'll use my mom, for example. I don't think she's going to listen. I,
Be surprised.
whatever age, I don't even fucking know. Was it? I don't know. Anyways, our neighbors, we were having people put signs in their yard, like Black Lives Matter.
Right.
And I was really, I guess, like, kind of really into it, and I wanted to support, felt like I would be supporting my friends and people that I knew who were black. And anyways, but I just remember my mom being like, she was one of the all lives matter people, and it was so hard to explain to her. I was like, the whole point of BLM, like, it wasn't saying that all lives don't matter, that only Black lives matter. It was just trying to, like, because we already know that all lives matter, right? We know that.
Yeah, but the focus was on, it was a movement. It was about, Trayvon Martin and what was the other guy's name? George Zimmerman. Oh, no, not George Zimmerman. That's a white guy. George Floyd. But so I get that. It needs to be, it was like a thing that they're like, we need to highlight this.
Well, and that's the other thing, too, when you mentioned earlier, when people who are like, no, I want you to see color. It's like, it's great that you don't really, you just love people, whether based on their character, but it's like it's like they want you to see, like, yes, I am of color, like we look different, but we can treat each other the same or something, just shit like that kind of. I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Like I said,
my top. Yeah.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. But I know that when I say that, like I wasn't raised to see color. Like
Right.
it pisses
No,
people
no.
off. It
Yeah.
does. It's a hot button, and I don't mean it to be.
Right.
I really don't.
No.
But I was just raised to be kind to people.
Right.
I'm kind to animals. I'm kind to people. I'm kind to everybody. I mean, like I try to be. And the only people that I'm not kind to are people that like are assholes, or they give me the heebie-jeebies. Like if I feel like like. That's funny as shit. We both pointed the same direction. I mean, when you're creepy as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Like that's a definite no for me, son. I'm sorry. I can't. Yeah. I don't want to associate with you. I don't want to. I'm not going to do anything to you. I'm not going to harm you, unless it comes to that. Unless you give me a reason to do that.
He almost did that one fucking time.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's been some instances, but
yeah.
No, I get it. Like I understand all of it. I do, and I was never like one of those like all lives matter, because yes, all lives do matter, but like I understand
what they were trying
to do.
Right.
But like. And like I said, I get that. I totally do. Yeah. But I guess what I was saying earlier is that like I'm just like, dude, I don't want to be known for. Yeah. That's not the correct choice of words. It's not that I want to be known for that or not known for it, but it's just
kind of like, what is this going to do for me to change a thing in my picture?
Right. Or if I put a sign up in my yard, or if I change my profile picture or whatever, like. That to me, especially if you're white, it's virtue signaling. You are now a part of this group.
And for the signs in the yard, it was more like I wanted people around me, the community, because even though communities really aren't communitying like they should, but I just was like, in the neighborhood, I want, I'd love for our neighbors who are black people or during this movement to know, like,
I don't think they like that anymore.
I don't know. But I don't know. I just remember our mom, she was like, no, like people are they might target us, like they might fuck up our yard because of it. And I'm like, I don't, she just didn't want to draw, I guess, attention because, it was 2 small kids, the little ones. Of course. And then all us girls. So, I mean, I understood that, but I was like, I really don't think. I don't know. I didn't think it was a negative thing to want to put up a sign just to let.
It's not. It's not. But, I mean, she has the prerogative to not do that, as does everybody. And it doesn't mean that you don't support the cause. It doesn't mean that you don't understand or, agree with everything. It's just that, like you said, like I get that. Like, you're there with. Like for me, it's the I want to bring that thing up again, but like if someone is like soliciting or something, and there's like 2 or 3 dudes that come to the door,
right?
And like you go out because you don't know any better, and you go out and you're talking to them because they seem trustworthy,
right?
Or they have a badge that tells you, "I'm with this company."
Right.
Oh well, then you must be legit. Like if I see that, I will step the fuck in. Because first of all, I don't trust nobody.
Yeah.
I don't trust anyone.
Yeah.
And especially all the people that live in this house. Like I have an innate sense in me, and it could be, epigenetics, whatever you want to call it. It's bred into my DNA to be a protector.
Right. Yeah.
That's just who I am. I will fucking lose my life trying to protect, the people I love.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know you. You are a threat at this point.
Right, you're a potential threat.
You're a potential
until
threat.
deemed otherwise.
Right, and we're gonna remove the threat.
You know what? That kind of that cycles back to the other, like first conversation.
What, raising people right?
No, just sometimes women just deeming everyone as a potential threat already.
Yeah, no, and understanding that, like I get it.
Right.
I do. But all I'm telling you, and I know it's just some silly fucking hypothetical question that people, man or bear, like I get it. And it sparked a fucking shitstorm across the internet.
Well, you know what's funny is regardless of just like the whole women saying I would choose the bear, like that whole conversation kind of made some men crawl out of the whatever you call it. I don't know. Like, they just kind of gave you more reasons to be like, and this is why some bitches say they'd rather pick one, because they would say, just like, they would get mad that you.
I don't get mad.
No, but like certain people, they would, and they'd give you maybe like, bitch, this is literally why I would rather you just told me some, sir, excuse me. I don't know. Like, it just kind of made you be like, you're literally, the proof is in the pudding. Like, you just got, I don't know.
I understand
just
what you're
shit
saying.
Like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, and I get it. I do emote about it a little bit. Like, I feel some kind of way about it, especially when I surround myself with females. You know, like, I have women around me all the time. I love women. You know, and if I
well, and like, if everyone was you, like, you know, but that would be the or I mean, just like personality.
I think dudes started looking at it like from a perspective of, I mean, it probably hurt some feelings, you know, and that's okay. Yeah. That's for them to process. You know, for me, I was just like logic brain. Right. I wasn't thinking male or female,
like,
nothing.
You'd rather go toe to toe with
I was like, dude, have you not seen Grizzly Man? Like, you're
Cocaine bear?
You're going to fucking die, bro. Right. Like, you got a chance at beating me off. That didn't know. You got a chance at winning a fight with me, or at least getting me incapacitated to where you could like run away and survive. You're not for sure gonna make it with a bear, especially if it's like there's cubs around or it's hibernation time. They will eat you.
Like you said, ass first.
Ass first. They go asshole deep. That's how they is. And wolves too. That's how they. Yeah,
they have a lot of experience with that.
Well, I'm enamored by them. You know, they're fascinating creatures. You know, and everything that comes across my desk that I see, I read it. You know. But so it's interesting, you know, or I've watched a shitload of documentaries, you know, and so, you know, there's always, like I said, there's always people, and they always have their opinions, and they always have their thoughts and feelings, and I think it's great that that if everyone was the same, and I say this so often, but it's just like, if everybody was the same, this would be the most fucking boring world that anyone has ever lived in. Like, no, I wouldn't want to live in a world like that. Like, I don't want a Stepford Wives world.
Yeah, I get that.
I want people to be different.
But being the same, it'd be neat if everyone was the same with like their moral compass, I guess. Like, just be a good person.
Yeah.
No caveman talk. No bad. Don't do no bad. Me no hurt you. You no hurt me. Well, like,
the reality of all of it is, for there to be good, there has to be evil. It's a yin and yang type of thing. It's never going to end. You know, like, I do think about it a lot, like a utopian world. But what does that look like? Right. Like, no more war, no more fighting. People are just happy, right? But it's impossible. There's always going to be somebody.
People just need to do shrooms and fuck more.
Probably. But I mean, just take the presidency. There's a lot of people that love the one that's in. There's a lot of people that hate him. Right. But guess what? In 3 more years, he'll be gone, and then there'll be someone else there, and then there'll be people that love that person, and there'll be people that hate that person. You know, and it's been that way my entire life. There's been, like, I have watched adults get so angry, like they're talking about a sports team.
Oh yeah.
You know, you know, when they use words like we gotta get this done. We gotta get, bitch. What are you getting done? Right. What are you doing? You're not part of the team. Right. You know, you may root for that team, but you're not on that team. Like, it's always fucked me up when people are like a real sports nuts, and they're like, yeah, we went 5-0, you know, but we kind of lost it on the last game of the season, you know. I'm like, bitch, were you out on the court? No. Were you on the field? Right. No. You were probably popping pimples in your fucking mom's basement. Like, you didn't do anything, and I get it. I understand that you take ownership of that team or whatever, but I just, it would be cool if we could all I like what you said.
Mm-hmm.
The values and morals.
Right.
I would love to see that.
Everyone's could line up.
Yeah.
Just good.
I don't like it. And morals and values. I mean, the problem is that everybody's is different.
Well,
People, I think everyone has them, but they're just different. Even serial killers have values.
I was gonna say everyone's got it there. Like I feel like, well, maybe not like the sociopaths and shit. They might. I think they don't know right versus wrong, or no. Those people don't feel emotions.
I think it's emotions.
But I feel like everyone does know right from wrong.
Right.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's common sense.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. It's just
that's why I started.
Weird to me. It's like people just really are evil, and they want to
Some
hurt
people.
people.
Some people are.
Break into homes. I mean,
there's a lot of that, but I think there's also a compensatory. Like I think there's a lot of good people.
Yeah.
And a lot of people that have good ideas. But I think as human beings, we have found that it is so much more fun to focus on those that are not nice. We hunt. We search out and things online that make us feel bad. We search out comments and things. It's like I tell people all the time. Like you could have 1,000,002 fucking comments on your that are all positive.
Right. Yeah.
But that 1,000,003rd comment that's negative, that's the only one you're going to see. You're not going to pay attention to all the good ones. You're going to go, oh my God, look at this asshole sticking out like a sore thumb. Why are you an asshole? There's 1,000,000 people that love me. Why do you hate me? You're going to fucking sit with it. Yeah. It's going to burn a hole in your brain, and you're going to just agonize over that one fucking asshole. Whereas me, I'm like, thanks for the engagement, bro.
Right.
I don't care. You can think about me whatever you want. None of that shit matters to me. Except the only people that I've ever cared about what they thought about me, like truly, is you and your sister.
Yeah. Like if we had something negative, or we're like, this was kind of bad, or like, what do you mean?
Like if y'all ever saw me as a bad human being, or like you didn't love me anymore, like that would affect me tremendously.
Yeah.
So I've only ever cared about what you and your sister think about me. And now, obviously, there's other people in my life that I do think about, that I want to make sure that they, but I'm cognizant of that. And there's a lot of people that just aren't.
Right.
They don't care, or they are unaware that people don't like them.
Yeah. That, I feel like Gabby and I probably feel similarly, like, I don't know, the worst thing to ever hear from a parent, and I don't know how we were raised. Shit's different now with the people, the kids, the growing. I don't know, but like if you, or I mean, I feel like it was more so coming from you. Like if you told Gabby or I'm so disappointed in you. It was like
a shot to the
heart. Oh my
heart.
God. Yeah, like I don't know, shit like that. Just wanting you to think we were good people too.
Well, that's the thing. I can be disappointed in you, but I still love you.
Right.
But it is a
like eye opener. You're like, oh fuck.
It's hard to, and it was like I didn't even realize it. Like the first time those words escaped my lips.
Yeah.
Like I didn't realize the gravity of it, and but I truly understood the meaning of it. I understood the meaning of the word.
Right.
And I would only say it if I was ever truly disappointed.
Right. Like I don't remember it happening a lot. And it probably wasn't even over.
No, you guys were good kids. Like I didn't really ever get disappointed.
No.
I got Gabby snuck out, and when I found out about it, I was happy that she told us, because she ratted herself out. She wasn't a good liar.
No.
I was happy that she did say and come forth and be honest.
Right.
But I was also extremely disappointed in her that she did that.
The acid time. That I know. I remember you told me.
Yep.
I'll never forget. You were like, I want to give you a hug, but I also want to smack the shit out of you.
Yeah.
But that was just a fucked up situation.
I was less disappointed that you took acid, and I was more disappointed in the situation that you got yourself into.
Right.
First of all, you thought it was okay to bring a boy in high school to my house.
Right. And they were older than me.
Right.
Yeah, but
And
then
the-
you kind of learn the whole situation and that psycho ass fucking dad that he was
Well,
just
of course.
like sitting out there.
But if the kid would never have been in my apartment, that guy would never have been there.
Right.
You know. And
Yeah.
you learn something about boys.
On pure fucking pressure.
Well, peer pressure, but also that boys could be super handsome, they could be super cute, whatever. I mean, maybe not, but I'm just saying that you could like them so much and you can think the world of them, but they ain't shit.
Right. Yeah.
Some of them ain't shit.
Yeah.
Not all of them, but some of them ain't worth
Yeah.
a fucking, you know,
Mhm.
worthless as tits on a boar hog.
There you go. Yeah. Yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah. And with that, I think we'll call it a
yeah.
day. I think we've been going for 2 hours.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Oh, goodness. Okay, let's... Do.
So while she's getting that set up to close out the shop, I want to thank anybody that's watched this video and all the others. I appreciate you so much. If I did offend you or say something that was wrong, please do feel free to say something in the comments. I will be glad to not read it. I do love you, and I love you. And I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and we will see you next week. Please come back. We got an exciting guest. He's a repeat offender. He wanted to run it back because we've been here before, and I'm using his services now, and he wants to see where I'm at maybe. I don't really know if I'm going to talk about that on the line, but I'm definitely going to talk, not like numbers, but we're going to talk about, how I feel and how things are going. And so, yeah, be looking forward to that. I believe that's next week. Hold on. Let me just double check before I fuck up.
Wow.
Anyways, it doesn't matter. I'll check later. I love you guys, and I'll see you next week. Did you want to say anything before we go? Okay. Bye, everybody.